we are talking about money, we're talking about finances, we are talking about the tangible, the pentacle, the dollar bills, y'all. Okay? Baby, call me stupid girl. Only love, light, and peace is welcome here. If you are not of love, light, and peace, I rebuke you in the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit, in the name of my light, in the name of the divine light that protects me, in the name of the sun and the moon and the stars, in the name of the earth and the fire, the wind and the water, in the name of my light, in the name of the divine light that protects me. So mote it be. Amen. Ashe. Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in. Whether this is your first time watching or you are returning, thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, I am the Pink Lady, and today you are tuned in to my first of many readings specifically geared for finances, and this series is going to be called Mind Your Business, because we need to be minding our business. Okay? And with that being said, I want to jump right in. Whether you are watching from my IGTV or my YouTube channel at the Pink Lady, that's Pink spelled with an Y, not an I, just like my real name. Feel free to DM me, email me, or contact me with any questions, comments, or concerns. All of that information will be in the description box below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please let me know down in the comments below what you felt like stood out the most to you in this reading. And if you would like to purchase any personal readings, the link for my Etsy where I sell my readings will be available in the description. And without further ado, and now that we've gotten through all the important little introductory stuff, let's jump right into the reading. So I want to talk to you guys about how I did this. So I kind of asked 4 questions, and then I asked how to best sustain the answers that we're going to get from these 4 questions. And then I asked for what energies of love, light, and peace were surrounding us to help assist us in this. So we are talking about money, we're talking about finances, we are talking about the tangible, the pentacle, the dollar bills, y'all. Okay? So this reading is going to be focused on things that we can actually do to make more money, to bring the actual vibration of money into our lives, as well as maybe sustain some of the money flow that is already currently coming into our life. And please excuse my speech. It is a couple of retrogrades going on right now, and I don't like to, assign my behaviors to them because I be fumbling over my words, Pisces Mercury. But if I do fumbling more than usual, please excuse me. Okay, so without further ado, I want to talk about the first card, which is our current, let's see, can you guys see this? It is a little bright, but it is our current financial situation, and it is the pathway. And what I love about this card is that there's butterflies on it. So already I am noting the idea of a transformation. Now there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I really wish you guys could see this, but it's just so bright, our future is just so bright. The camera can't even focus. Okay, it's something that you have to see in person. It's something that you have to experience for yourself. This next financial situation will not be something that anybody else has to sell you on. I definitely feel like this is something that you're going to work for, and I feel like this is something that you have been working for, because this pathway card normally represents a long period of time. It can represent a year or up to 2 years. So either what we're currently going through in our financial situation right now has been affecting us for the past year or 2, or what we are putting in place right now will affect us for the next year or 2. So take it as it applies. This card does break down into an 8 because it's card 35. So this is literally talking about abundance, as above, so below. And what I love about this is, if you can, I keep saying if you can see it, I'm going to post a picture on my Instagram of the full spread. So if you want to take a closer look at all the cards, please feel free to head over there after this reading so you can see everything close up with all the details. But what I like about this card is that there's trees up ahead. There's more greenery up ahead. The cash flow is coming, but we have to keep walking the path. and we have to keep walking the path. And no matter how long we have been walking, we have to keep walking towards the light. And I kind of just feel like that is our current situation. We may even be feeling caught up in this cycle because it does break down to 8. So maybe we feel like we're being tossed from 2 different extremes. Maybe we feel like we have been engaging in this balancing act or engaging in this marathon. It really reminds me of the idea of Nipsey Hussle talking about the marathon, how life is literally a marathon. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. And I feel like maybe that's the mode that, not maybe, that's definitely the mode we have been minding our business in. Okay, it's kind of just like, if this is my path, a lot of you that are watching this, maybe you already have, not maybe, you probably already have a very good idea of what you want to do to make money, or what you're good at doing to make money, or what people are willing to pay you for. So now it's all about doing that until you get to your desired outcome. And speaking of desired outcome, I want to talk about the timing and the source of your next financial surplus, or the next time that you might be getting some cash. You feel me? Some actual money. We're talking about tangible, real life things. So this is going to speak to maybe when you can expect to get a little bit more money in your bank account, when you can expect for somebody to buy that piece off of you, when you can expect to get that job, anything that actually relates to money coming into your life. And we got the child card. These cards are so glossy, y'all. Okay, the child card. I hope you guys can see. There we go. Maybe I can, if I just, there we go. Okay, child card. Okay, so what I love about this card, and especially for the timing and source of our income, is that this card literally represents springtime. It literally represents new beginnings, but it also represents the season that we're in. So I feel like everyone that's watching this, we are going to be getting some form of money during this season we're in. So in these next 3 months, or up until the beginnings of summer, well, I mean, I guess summer's already pretty much starting, but I feel like we're going to be receiving money fairly soon. But I feel like it might not be a lot of money. It might not be a big amount of money, but the amount of money that you do get, it will be cherished. Like this little teddy bear that she has in her hand, it will be cherished. I'm trying to make sure it's focused. Okay. But yeah, and what I love about this is this card literally represents new projects, new loves, new ideas. So I also feel like our next source of income definitely will be coming from any adventures or any avenues of money that we have been exploring, or that we've been wanting to explore, that we have been instilling in the past year. I know that's long, but I was thinking about the card before, and this card breaks down to a 9, so I feel like there's a natural progression, and there's a number 1 in between it, and then the next card after this is 11, but we're going to get into that, okay? But I feel like in the past year, any new projects that you have started, keep at it, keep going, stay consistent, because even though your project may be a baby, it may be a child right now, it definitely is going to grow up in a privileged environment. It's going to grow up healthy. You're taking care of your kid. She looks like a well taken care of kid. Like, some of the kids in this deck literally be like dirty, like impoverished, like, but she literally has like frills and ruffles and a bed, and clearly like a whole room dedicated to herself and probably everything she wants and needs. So I feel like we are definitely going to give this next financial opportunity, or this next financial surplus, we are going to take care of it, or the opportunity that we get it from is going to be very cherished. But I don't think this is going to be, you winning the lottery. This may be a couple $100. This may be a couple $1,000. Whatever is small change to you, I don't know. Everyone has different pockets, okay? I'm not going to put a cap on you. But what I will say is that whatever money we are going to be getting, and I keep feeling in the next 3 months, it will be cherished like this little teddy bear, okay? But the thing that could potentially block this from entering our life, the thing that is going to challenge us in these next 30 days as far as our finances, is going to be sudden wealth in reverse. And I normally don't take these cards. Okay, there we go. I don't know why it's not doing autofocus, but here we are. Okay, but with this card being in reverse, I feel like what is blocking us financially is our idea that, like I was saying, that our next source of money is going to come from this like magical place, or that our next source of money is going to come from us hitting the jackpot. I feel like the next amount of money that we're going to get is not going to be by surprise per se. It's not going to be by luck or chance. It will definitely be greatly appreciated, but it is money that we have worked for. It is money that we invested our time and our energy into, which is why we are receiving it back. I feel like we are engaging in a more reciprocal process of money in nature than just the luck and chance of striking it big or getting some money that way. And with the last and final question main question that I asked is, what financial opportunity should we be paying attention to? And the card official person came out. Let's see. 22. And like I was saying, I find this interesting. We have 11 and 22. And then we have 8 and 9. Let's see if you can focus in on this. So there is natural growth, consistent natural growth in our financial arenas, but we have to be patient. We have to be consistent. We have to realize that it's not going to be this big jackpot. And even if it is, I feel like the jackpot is going to come after. It's going to come like in the midst of you already feeling like you have enough. It's not going to come to sustain you. It's going to come to be the cherry on top. I'm really trying to make sure this video is in focus for you guys. Okay. But basically, to expand on these cards that we've already been talking about, I asked my karma cards, how can we sustain this next amount of money that we get? And the karma cards are different, but they kind of create a sentence, and it's planet, signs, and houses. And this is what we got. We got the sun as our planet. We got in Cancer as our sign. And we got the 4th house as the house that we're going to be looking at. And I am just going to read you the sentence across. And this is how we can sustain our... Ooh, I am trying to get this done. Okay, so let's talk about these karma cards. I'm going to read across the sentence that the karma cards create, and this is regarding to what we can do to sustain any money that we are going to be getting from what this reading is talking about. Now, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, I was talking about various different time frames because I feel like this applies to various different people, and I also feel like it depends on how much work you have been putting in, or how consistent you have been in the past year to 2 years. That depends on how fast the money's coming in now. Okay, like I was talking about in the beginning of the reading, we're dealing with 8 energy. That's the energy that we're currently in. So as above, so below. What have you been putting in? That's what you're going to get it back. And it's not going to be this jackpot. It's not going to be this unrealistic amount of money. It's going to be small, but it's going to be substantial, and it's going to be cherished. So let's talk about how we can sustain it. The way that we can sustain it spiritually is to demonstrate your feelings as you did in the past. Now, it's talking about Sun and Cancer in the 4th house. Now, the 4th house has to do with family, home, marriage. And we have Cancer, we have Sun. So I also feel like until Cancer season, we need to keep our money home. Until Cancer season, we need to keep our money in the bank. We need to be a little bit more conservative. But as far as spiritually, it says demonstrate your feelings as you did in the past. I feel like we need to be praying. You remember when you were a kid and you just used to talk to God in a way that was free because you didn't have any expectations of being disappointed? Try to embody that energy. Try, especially when you talk about money. I feel like as human beings, especially for all my Black people watching, we have really, really, really deep-seated issues when it comes to money and wealth, especially in America. All over. This is another topic for another day. But if you would love to talk about it, let me know in the comments down below and I can definitely make a video. But I feel like with the demonstrate your feelings as you did in the past, if this is something that we can do to sustain our financial wealth, and this is in spiritually because it does spiritual, let's see if we can focus. It has a spiritual, mental, and physical. So the sentence read across like this, and it has a spiritual, mental, and physical, something that you can do or answer response. So, demonstrate your feelings as you did in the past. Yeah, just pray. Pray about it. Ask your family to pray about it. And keep your money home until after Cancer season or until Cancer season. Just be cautious of how you spend your money. And be cautious of maybe pitfalls that you have seen other people spend their money in the past, especially if I'm really getting this time last year. Were there any financial mistakes that you could potentially be falling into again this time? Yeah, that message hit home. Okay. So for mentally, one thing that we can do to sustain our monies, because we're minding our business, okay. We can realize attitudes from the past about your home base or your family. We can realize attitudes from the past about your home base or your family. And like I was saying, I didn't get a chance to say this earlier, but the child card coming out, I also feel like there's a lot of value and wealth and money in doing some inner child work. I feel like by really taking a look at maybe the things that, not maybe, taking a look at some of the things that made you genuinely happy, genuinely inspired you, genuinely brought joy to your heart. Look at those things. See if you can find a way to move from that space and make money instead of feeling like you have to serve other people to survive. That mentality is healthy when it comes to advocacy and servitude for, spirit. We are all, working in service to each other, right? But when it comes to money, and when it comes to the way in which you feel like you make money, money abundantly flows to me. I'm never worried. Honey, never. Why? Money comes, money goes. Money is always here when I need it. And I feel like Spirit is asking you to realize attitudes from the past about your home base or your family. Were there people in your life that set healthy financial goals? Were there people in your life that set healthy financial boundaries for you growing up? Were there people in your life that were good examples of how to manage money? Or did you not have that? And if you didn't, how do you feel like that's affecting you? If you don't feel like it's affecting you, thank you for watching the reading. But I really feel like our home, our previous actions, and the actions of the people around us are going to have a lot to do with our money and keeping it, sustaining it, growing, maintaining our money. And physically, one thing that we can do, it says act like a leader, use your intuition, and do what makes you feel secure. So I feel like financially, if there's anything that you have been wanting to invest in, really, like I was saying, pray on it, sit on it, use your intuition, and make the choice out of a safe place. And I'm not saying out of a boring place, like safe like that. I mean, me trying to make sure it's literally focused on my face. Okay. I'm not talking about making a safe choice in that way, although that's healthy too, especially when it comes to money. But if you look, it is this plant or this tree, and it's seeded. It's like an oak tree, and it's like an acorn in the middle. And this one little acorn has grown four trees that will live for thousands and thousands of years, trees that will supersede and see life longer than a lot of the humans around it that have interacted with the trees. So it's just like, think about what sacrifices maybe that you could make right now that could really like have you eating in the future, eating off this tree, eating off this green. You know, it's just a lot of greenery. You know, like I said, maybe make the sacrifice until Cancer season and decide maybe not to make any hasty decisions. Act like a leader. Understand that maybe the time right now is to save, is a time to be cautious. There's a lot going on in the world. So maybe if you see a lot of people splurging, if you see a lot of people spending money on things that you feel like aren't essential, I feel like Spirit is asking you, because this is in the physical, so this is things that we can actually do. So act like a leader. I feel like that is to be an independent thinker, to try to make decisions for yourself that are in your highest and greatest good, and try to set an example for the people around you that you feel like you love and you care about. So with that being said, do that in a way that it comes to your money. So just be smart. Move smart. Be cautious. Use your intuition. And like I said, keep your money close to you. Do what makes you feel secure. Don't hoard it. But don't make any reckless decisions, because I feel like we're going to need our money. But the result of this will create the creation of intuition to protect what makes you feel secure. Yeah, so spiritually, I feel like if we give ourselves this time to invest in ourselves this way financially, we are going to cultivate this knowing within us that just can have just, it's like the taste for money will be on our tongue. Like, we'll be able to pick it out of a lineup. Like, we'll smell money. We will be able to smell money. So follow your nose. You feel me? But we have to start trusting our intuition. We have to start trusting doing the things that we feel like can make us money. I'm sorry, this is going in and out of focus, guys. We are going to get this. But can make us money to do that. And we will gain respect from how we choose to support ourselves in that way. I truly feel that way. And let's talk about the affirmation for today. The affirmation is practice. Every day I practice my ability to reach my desired financial goals. Every day I practice my ability to reach my desired financial goals. Every day I practice my ability to reach my desired financial goals. Okay, so yeah, if you guys have not seen my most recent reading, please check out my Instagram at the Pynk Lady. March 15th, not March, I keep saying March, but May 15th to May 16th was talking about how important baby steps and taking things step by step is, and this just reminds me of that. Like I was talking about, I don't feel like this is going to be some jackpot. I feel like this is going to be the result of you and what you have been practicing, what you have been putting in what you have been putting in work for every day. And this lady is playing a flute, and she has a cat by her little feet. So I feel like some people watching this, you may be musicians, you may be a double threat, you may like sing and rap, you may play an instrument and like paint, you may do something. I'm definitely seeing like two hobbies that you thoroughly enjoy. She's playing two flutes, or maybe you wear two hats in the studio, record yourself, and you are the artist. I don't know, but whatever you have been doing every day, it's going to pay off, baby. And let me tell you why. Bam. Because the goddess of awakening and the angel of self-love is here to usher in all of this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. Do you see this? I see it. Do you see it? I see it. Do you see it? because there is a star on both of these cards. That means that there is healing. That means that there is abundance. That means that there is miracles in our future. That means that there is a jackpot coming. But like I said, it is not here to sustain us. The jackpot will be the what? The cherry on top. But on a serious note, the angel of self-worth says you are currently undervaluing yourself. It is time to regain your self-worth. It is time to regain your self-worth. Why would you ever sell yourself short? Why? Hey, actually, not even gonna take that condescending tone like, I don't know why you would sell yourself short, nigga. I didn't sell myself short. But that ends today, right now, right? Because we're gonna make the promise that we're not gonna do that dumb shit no more, because it's counterproductive. And why, if you're watching this reading, would you sell yourself short? Let me tell you. Selling yourself short is why people don't want to invest in you. Selling yourself short, not seeing your own worth, is why people don't want to give you money. It's literally like, why? Why would I want to invest in someone that clearly is not investing in themselves? That does not sound like a smart investment. All right. This card also reminded me, baby, we're raising the price. I was going to say something inappropriate, but you see where that ball is, where the price has been raised. Step your cookies up before they crumble. All right. Yeah. But the heart chakra is eliminated, and the sacral, like the root sacral, and like the heart with the star. She's so beautiful. I love these cards. But one of the biggest things that I want to urge to you guys is to not cheapen yourself for the sake of being received. There are people out there willing to pay the price for whatever you have to offer, because there are people who A, see your value, B, there are people who A, don't give a fuck about how much money they gotta spend on shit, and C, there are people who are willing to make the sacrifices to pay you what you deserve. So why would you sell yourself short? I feel like if you are, hit me up for personal reading and we can chat. But last but not least, I'm going to talk about the Goddess of Awakening. It says this is a wondrous time of exploration, romance, and creativity. And what I love about this card is it actually represents the goddess Venus. And Venus just moved into Gemini, but Venus also just went into retrograde, I believe. And if you guys would want a video on that, let me know, and I would love to talk about it, because I am also an astro whore. But basically, Venus is in the building, and she's telling us to get creative, to implore and engage that feminine aspect of life, whether you are male or female, or either, neither, both, whatever. We are all engaging in our feminine aspect of nature. We are all duplicitous in nature. Okay, baby? Sorry, I'm literally looking at my notes. But basically, another thing that I saw about this card is the idea of needing to court ourselves. Romance yourself. Okay? Ugh. You know? That's why I got dressed up for y'all today. I got dressed up for us, Whoop, got the little flower in my hair, Got the High Priestess necklace. I'll leave the Etsy link below as to where I got this at. But enough of the plugs, back to the reading, because we're talking about financial stability and what spirits are here to help us in the Goddess of Awakening. So like I said, I feel like the shape of your pockets, the way that your money has been looking, has been the tip of the iceberg. We're scratching the surface. The Goddess of Awakening is here to usher in a new season for us. But that means that whatever was in the past, it's going to multiply. So also make sure that you can handle that. Make sure you can handle the demand of what is going to be needed for you to make more money than you have ever, because that is what's coming. So since all of this stuff is coming into our life, court yourself, treat yourself, date yourself. And it's just that Venusian energy, like, pamper yourself. That's another good way to also attract abundance, is to pour that into yourself, to treat yourself. And it's not about completely being financially irresponsible, because we were talking about why we shouldn't be doing that earlier, because we are being leaders in the way that we use our money in an intuitive fashion. Okay. But the goddess of awakening is here to tell us that there's creativity and romance and fun and play in the air. This absolutely reminds me of Venus in Gemini energy. And it reminds me of the value in indulging in your own charm. That is the best way to attract more abundance, is to really notice and peep how abundant that you already are. Because what you see in yourself will be what you project onto other people, or what you see around you will be what you project onto other people, and vice versa. So if you are giving off this vibe that, yes, I am rich, I get your money, you give me money, you know why? Because boop, boop, boopity boop, look at me, I am money. Then people are like, damn, she is money. Damn, you know what? She is money. We are money, babies. And every day I practice my ability to reach my desired financial goals. So let's set a good tone for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you. I love you so much. Like I said, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please check out the description box. There's a lot of information in there. And with that being said, if you would like a personal reading, you know what to do. And I'm signing out. I love you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing, amazing rest of your day. And we are minding our motherfucking business. So let's get to it. Bye. Baby, call me stupid girl.